Are you a sneakerhead? A baller? Want to know about the hottest brands you can lace up and run with? Well, get ready because we got all the details right here. It's Kicks and Bricks, where we got game on the streets and on the court. Here's your host, Jamel Cutler.
So being on season 3, man, it's been a blessing. It's really been a blessing, man. I'm having a blast, man, and just truly grateful for the opportunity just to tell a story, man, to tell a story that we all are familiar with. You know what I mean?
You know, I had no idea that you were in last season for like 5 minutes during the Freaknik scene. Like, did you know like that you was gonna be on this season, last season? Last season you was on there for like 5 minutes during the Freaknik scene. Like, did you know last season that you were gonna be in this year's?
Oh man, I had no idea, man. So that's why it was such a blessing.
Hmm.
I had no idea they was gonna bring me back. So that's why I was like, yeah. When I got that call, I was like, let's go.
Did you ever go to Freaknik? Like, what was the wildest shit that you seen there if you been there?
So I would say the wildest thing, man, watching the girls be up on the cars in the middle of an expressway that we know is busy, to see cars stopped in the middle. That right there was enough for me, man. I was like, yo, this is not real. This can't be happening. And so that was wild. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know, I wish I was born a few years earlier so I could like experience, Freaknik at least one day.
Man, one day, and I don't know if they're gonna have it again. So I mean, maybe not.
I mean, like if they did, it wouldn't be the same because of social media. It's just too many cameras around.
No.
So I think that shit's a dub for right now.
Yeah,
As a guy
yeah. That might be it.
as a guy being from Atlanta, how does it feel to represent your city in the role that you're playing?
Man, it feels like for me, it's like almost like this responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to tell our story. Because I mean, I'm from, College Park, so we saw the BMF signs coming down the expressway. BMF, the world is yours, right? So, and then seeing them in the clubs. So I'm like, yo, man, I can tell this story from a legitimate perspective because I was there. I was legit there, man, seeing them. So it feels, man, it's an honor. It's actually an honor as well. Yes, sir.
Did you ever have like any interactions with any of like the real life guys, like maybe like Big Meech or like somebody else?
No, I didn't, but I know people who did though. I know people who did, you know what I'm saying? And so that was just like hearing their stories was like, yo, this dude is he's the real deal, you know what I'm saying? And then him getting into hip hop, it was like, wow, man, we were all in the same circumference. So yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool time.
When they touched on stuff like the '96 Olympics and like the stadiums displacing people, how did it make you feel? Being from Atlanta to like sort of revisit that sort of thing.
Yeah, man, it made me remember like, wow, I was actually working at the Fulton County Stadium watching watching the track races at the new Olympic Stadium. I was working so I was watching the Olympics across the street from me. You know what I'm saying? So that right there brought me back to like, man, I saw it. I saw it. And then seeing how people were displaced, it really made me remember like, damn, man, that was really messed up how people were displaced after the Olympics, but things change. And I had to remember that things change, things evolve, but it made me just like really recount like, oh, wow, this is that's something that we need to just be reminded of. Like, people were legitimately displaced because of this huge ceremony.
What can people expect from your character the rest of the way? Because I see how your character's moving, and it's kind of snake like, but
I think that people just have to say, you know what, this is a story and the story is going to continue. And it's almost, for me, it's like a cautionary tale, like for people who are in the game, like they can say, hey, listen, this is a possibility of what could happen. Remy didn't make it. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things that you gotta be mindful. Yeah. Of what you do.
even though Remy didn't make it, I'm sure his legacy lives lives and in the projects where he was from, and also in the strip club culture, which is a heavy theme within the show. What kind of separates Atlanta strip club culture from like Las Vegas or New York?
Absolutely, bro.